On today's video, we are discussing shipping. And I know that I did a video similar to this one a while back. I can exactly remember how long ago was it, but I still receiving a lot of questions from people asking about shipping. Basically are different questions. And I see that people sometimes are confused. We're gonna classify this video in 3 different types of shipping. That way we can have a better idea. So let's get started. So I usually receive questions from people asking, I want to send a box to the Dominican Republic. What can I put inside, or how can I send it, or if you know any company? First, let me start saying I have experienced shipping boxes from Florida and from Alabama when I was there. I still have the name of those companies that I know because that's the company that I used to call. I ship all the time from those places to here to Dominican Republic. I haven't sent from everywhere, so I don't have other state name of company. It's very easy. You usually just have to Google shipping boxes door to door to the Dominican Republic from whatever state you are, and most of the time they will pop up on Google, unless there is some of the state that you don't have those companies. But I know those companies are very popular, of course in New York, and also in Florida, Boston. They have a few companies in Atlanta as well. So since we are talking about shipping boxes door to door, let's start with that kind of shipping. Those size of boxes are pretty much not the standard boxes that you will send. Those are bigger boxes, let's say 18 by 18 by 18 or 24 by 24 by 24, which is the size of a barrel. Those are the shipping companies that will be shipping door to door. So what can you put on those type of boxes? You usually can put food and clothes, and they usually say used clothes, shoes and clothes. Those are the items that you can put in there. And also if you have some other household items that you want to put in there, you can put it in that box. So those companies ship door to door from wherever they are to Dominican Republic, and most of the time the price range depending on the size of the box. But when I was shipping from over there, usually the smallest box that was 18 by 18 by 18 was $80. And then go from there depending on the size. You usually can put like used clothing, household items, and food. Those are the items that you can put, and they pick it up from wherever you are. If they deliver whatever address you put in your shipping information here in the Dominican Republic. That is one method of shipping that you can use. Like for example, we did use this method of shipping when we moved here to Dominican Republic. What did we put in this box? We put some food items that we know that we were gonna eat over here, and we probably wasn't that easy to find over here. We put those items. Also household goods like towels, things for the bathroom, things for the kitchen like pots, a pan, small decorations like a thing that you hang in your wall. It was a lot of things that we have in the house and that we thought that we can use over here. It will put everything in that box. Also, we put electrical. Usually electrical, you have to let them know about the electrical items because you're supposed to pay separately for that. You're supposed to pay taxes when you ship in electrical. Like if you're gonna put a TV, air fry, or anything that you have to be with electricity, you have to pay taxes to bring it over. But also, you can put it inside your box. We think you're supposed to do that, but we put some small items in the box, and they don't go through every box all the time. So what we did, we put a few items that we have in the kitchen. We dump it in the box, and they didn't open the box, so we got those items over here. But if they open the box, if they find electrical items in there, then they will charge you extra. If they let you know before you send it, that would be up to you if you want to put it in there or just put it out. That way you pay your taxes. So what things are illegal or you can not put in the boxes to send on those type of shipping? No money, no firearm, no alcohol. Of course, those items are considered illegal to ship. So those items you cannot put it in a box like this. So the way that this type of shipping company works is you find online, whatever state you are, you find a company that do door-to-door shipping from the state that you are to the Dominican Republic. You contact them, you ask them if they do that type of shipping, they will let you know. Then you just set up an appointment for them to come and pick up your boxes. Sometimes they do sell the boxes because those boxes that you use sometimes are like special buses, not the same one that you can buy from the store, because the one that they sell for this are stronger and they can hold better for the shipment. So sometimes they sell it to you, they bring it to you, you fix your box, everything they're gonna in it, and then you set up an appointment for them to come and pick it up. And you can either pay there before they leave, or you can pay when your box arrives here to the Dominican Republic. And that is how it usually happens. So now, if you don't have one of these companies in your city, you wanna make call the company that is the nearest compared to your city, and you wanna ask them if they do pick up, what is the longest that they go and pick up, and how much extra they charge. Like for example, I did that when I was living in Alabama. It was no company in Alabama, but the closest one was in Atlanta. So what they used to do, they usually, if you have a lot of people, there was also set up for pickup. They would pass and pick it up at no charge, free charge. But if you would have set up a special pickup for me, it would be an extra charge. Or if you don't want to wait for them to come, you can also take it to their company, directly to their warehouse, and they will take the order for you. And keep in mind, Atlanta was 3 hours from Huntsville. So that will give you an idea how far they will drive if they have good enough business, or how far you will have to drive if you want to send a box like this. And the next type of shipping that I'm going to talk about is a courier shipping. And what do I use this type of shipping for? You're gonna use this type of shipping if you wanna ship anything like mailing, or you wanna receive your mail, or let's say that you are living here in Dominican Republic, if you wanna order anything online, either from Amazon, eBay, or any of the other stores like Shein, for example, which I order from there. So any website from the US, or let's say any website that you wanna order, you can order, and you can use the method to ship your items that you order, to ship it from wherever they come from to here to the Dominican Republic. And of course, you can ship using FedEx, DHL, or this type of shipping, but of course it's gonna be way more expensive, especially if it's just something small like documents. So what is the name of some of the companies that you see all around the island? EPS, CPS, BN Cargo, Domex, TPAX. Just to mention a few of them, but there are so many around the island, and especially depending on the city that you are. But most of them, and especially the big cities, have a courier company that you can sign up with them to receive your packages. And like I mentioned before, they do have pretty much a courier company in any of the big cities. But if you live in a small town where they do not have a courier service, what you can do, you can pick up the one they have it closest to the city that you are, and they do have delivery service. Well, now, I'm not sure if they do extra charge for the delivery, because I have never ordered a delivery. I only pick up my items, but I do know that they do have a delivery service. If you're looking for a good investment opportunity here in Santo Domingo, I want to present to you this project, Jardines de Bellas Artes, located here in the Gasway area by AirBnB Properties. It is the first condo hotel here in the Santo Domingo Gasway area. As you can see, here you can have a picture of the design. As you can see, have a great amenities such as salon and spa, infinity pool, restaurant, bar, and more. They have a studio, 1 and 2 bedrooms, some of them with ocean view. The starting price is $173,000 US, and all the apartment come furnished. So if you need more information about this project, please send me an email down below. So the next type of shipping that we are talking about is the container shipping. And that is the kind of shipping the people ask if you want to move all your household because you are moving, or if you are relocating to the Dominican Republic. Now, this one is a little different, and it is very stressful and expensive. Say that because that is one of them that we was trying to figure it out when we was moving over here. And at the end we say, you know what, we're gonna sell, give away, and then we're just gonna take a few items and we're gonna buy everything that we need in the Dominican Republic, because we didn't wanna deal with it. At that time we do ship our car. That was the only thing that we shipped that way. So now I have a client, they are moving here to the Dominican Republic, and they are dealing with that situation, and they are moving a 40-feet container here to the Dominican Republic. And I have to say, because I have been helping with the process has been very stressful, especially because they couldn't find a company they can do from over there. It was very difficult to find a company to do from over there, from, let's say, from California, because it's very difficult. From California to here to Dominican Republic, that was the first step. It took them a long time to find a company to do that. And then at the end, to me, it is very expensive. It has to be the thing that you are gonna ship over here are very valuable, and that you just need it. Some people are that this is what I want. If this is what I want, I don't care how much I pay. If that's how you feel, I think it is. But I think it's very, it is a lot of work to do it. But they found a company, and the name of the company they transported from California to here to Dominican Republic. It was One Reload. That's the name of it, One Reload. And they did the transportation. Now, after you get here, after you pay your fee over there for them to pick it up, then you have to pay the fees over here, and the fees are expensive. And I do not know how much they paid to the company for them to ship it over here, because that is a private information and asked. But what I know is around how much the fee that they pay over here. It is around $5,000 just to receive that container here with the fee and everything that you have to pay in the port and everything included is around $5,000. So if you're trying to do the same thing, you have a company, they give you a quote over there, and then you can figure out like how much you will pay when that get here, a 40-feet container. So that is all I know about that type of shipping, because I haven't done it personally, but that's the information I had. What I know, it is difficult and it's kind of expensive. So now let's talk about my recommendation, and for people that do different type of shipping. It is important for you to pick the right company for the type of shipping that you're trying to do. Why? Because if you're trying to send a box with a different, like if you're trying to send a lot of items for household that you don't have to pay taxes, you want to send food, you want to send shoes, you want to send clothing for your family members, you're trying to send things for the bathroom, you swap a lot of items, it's better for you to pick a company that do door-to-door shipping to the Dominican Republic, which you can fill up a box with a lot of things inside. You just pay one time. You don't have to pay taxes, just the delivery fee. They bring it to your door here in your house, and that's it. You don't have to pay nothing else. And you can put a lot of stuff. Now, if you are trying again to order online and try to ship those items, or you have a document that you need important, or you have a mail, if you live over here, that you want your mail to be received over there and then be shipped over here, I recommend to do the courier company, because those companies we pay by weight, and then whatever they send for, if it's a family member, a company, or anybody, or a online company that you order something, if you order that, you will pay here when that thing get how much you weigh. It will be very, very cheap. And something that I forgot to mention, if you're trying to say, let's say like a TV or a couch, and you see those companies that do door-to-door service here in Dominican Republic, you try to use those companies to send big items like couch, TV, any of those type of household goods, then it can be very expensive. When we was trying to move over here, I'll say, let's say if we are just want to ship our TVs or just this couch because we like it, man, we check how much they will charge you just to do a sofa, and it was around 500 US just to ship it. And that was very extremely expensive. I mean, it is better just to sell it or give it away, buy a couch over here. That way you don't have to go through that. Like TVs, if you're trying to use those companies and TVs over here, you have to pay, just the amount to send it is gonna be about $400. And then you have to pay insurance because you don't want your TV to break on the way. And then when it gets over here, you don't have to pay taxes because the TV is gonna be probably over $200. And anything that is electronic and is over $200, you have to pay taxes. Or less that they give you a price that the taxes are included. But anyway, it's gonna be a very high price. So my recommendation in that regard is Depending on what you want to try to ship here to Dominican Republic, just pick the right company depending on what you are trying to say. And in some cases, if you think about it, it's probably better just to buy whatever you need over here instead of trying to ship it. So this is all what I have right now. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I see you in my next video. Bye. This is how it usually works. You you call the company, you contact a company from wherever you are to see if they do the door-to-door shipping. And do you want me to do that, or is that boring? No? Huh?
Yeah, I've done that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the name of a few of these companies that you will see all around the island is Domex, So what is the name of those? So CPS, and there are so many of them around the island.
Yeah. CPS and EPS. Yeah.
CPS and EPS, okay. So what is the name of a few of the companies that are all over here around the island is BM Cargo, like I mentioned, Domex, TPAC, CPS.
CPS, not CBS. That's a
CPS, what is that one?
EPS.
EPS, CPS and EPS.